Hey gang, it's your boy Platt. Today we're continuing on our vodka series, or actually we're continuing on our spirit series with flavored vodka. We did vodka last time, now we're moving to flavored vodka. If you remember from the vodka video, I did discuss some of the early predecessors of vodka had some flavor to it. They would add, it was originally made for medicinal purposes, so they would throw in things like ginger, roots and herbs, blackberries. But after modern distillation came to Eastern Europe and they started producing higher proof spirits, cleaning it up, pretty much the next few hundred years, vodka was just a clean, odorless spirit. Modern flavored vodkas really didn't come around to the mid-1980s, specifically 1986 when Absolut introduced Absolut Popar. Even though that was a hit, the flavored vodka thing really didn't catch on till more late 90s. I do remember being out in Vegas for the nightclub and bar show, and I want to say Absolut was introducing Absolut Vanilla, Peach, some of the other flavors at the time, and really starting to push the whole flavored vodka thing. Let's start off with a definition of flavored vodka, according to the TTB, Trade and Taxation Bureau, that regulates spirits. It is vodka flavored with natural flavoring materials. Let that kind of term sink in. It does allow for a little play. It can be made with or without sugar. There can be some sugar added, not a lot to change the viscosity. It doesn't necessarily get us to the liqueur style spirit, but there could be a little bit of sugar, and that makes sense because some of these flavors are a little sweet. That makes sense. Bottled at no less than 30% alcohol by volume or 60 proof. I'll go over a little bit later a partial reason for that, or probable reason for that. And the name of the predominant flavor has to be in front of the type and class. When I say type and class, is flavored vodka or single malt whiskey, whatever. The predominant flavor has to be in front. So if we had an orange vodka, it'd be an orange flavored vodka. Real quick, and the crux of this video is to discuss how this is made. We kind of understand how other spirits are made and how vodka is made. We discussed that last time. So how do we get that flavor in there, especially when all these vodkas are clear? If we had our own vodka brand, let's say, and we wanted to make the best top quality vodka, and we wanted to have an orange flavored vodka, how do we go about doing it? Well, in creating vodka, we distill vodka several times to make it as clean and pure as possible. So let's say after 3 times we've ran our vodka through the still, we have this 190 proof spirit, pure as can be. We would then take a bunch of oranges, cut them up, maybe peel, throw the peels or just leave them in whole slices, throw them into our spirit. And we could leave it for a couple days, couple weeks, couple months. Every distiller is a little different, but let's say we left it for a couple of weeks. Then we would come back and filter out the physical pieces of the orange out, and we would take this spirit and run it through the still one more time. And even though we're running it through the still and we're going to take any color out of it, we still keep some of that orange flavor. That still makes it through the still. And that's how we would produce a top quality flavored orange vodka. But we could also instead we could take some of those oranges, take the same amount of oranges, cut them up, and or let's say we can extract the citrus oil, turn it into kind of a clear base, what have you, concentrate, and then throw it into our vodka post distillation. We can do that. Or we can create some kind of tincture, again, concentrate, filter it out, and again throw it in with the vodka while we're distilling it again. And those are the quote-unquote natural ways to do it. If the flavoring comes from a natural agent, again, if we actually use real oranges or real lemons or real apples or what have you to flavor it, then we can say that vodka is naturally flavored. But what happens when we make Skittles vodka or Dew vodka or marshmallow vodka? Excuse me. Are we throwing marshmallows in the still? Probably not. That's where we would go to a flavor lab Yes, there's something called a flavor lab. It's these companies that specialize in creating flavored concentrates for things like sodas, flavorings for like ice cream cones or snow cones, stuff like that, shaved ice, and they also make flavorings for spirits, or especially vodka. One company I researched, and you may want to look this up because I thought it was kind of fascinating, is a company called Apex Flavors. And you could go on there and look at their different products. Again, they have it for different things, but they do have a separate page on all the flavors they create for spirit makers. Again, especially vodka. Some of the flavors they have are bacon, blackberry cobbler, eggnog, French toast, oatmeal cookie. So again, we're not necessarily throwing oatmeal cookies into the still, but this company creates flavoring. Most likely it's always going to be clear flavoring that then can get added to the vodka. Kind of a quick summation, kind of how this all works. We talked about in the vodka video, if you wanted to start your own vodka, and the way a lot of vodkas are created out there is they take that neutral grain spirit that we talked about 2 videos back, that's done in a bulk ethanol plant, but is highly pure because it has to be used for industrial ethanol. Anyway, you get some of that, you take some distilled water, cut it down to 80 proof, and voila, you got vodka. But if you want to expand your vodka line and get some flavorings, you would go to a company like this and saying, all right, well, I want to have a few flavors. Let's do donut, French toast, oatmeal cookie, and we'll throw in bacon because it goes good with Bloody Marys or whatever. All of a sudden you went from bulk neutral grain spirits, then you got your vodka, and now you got a whole line of flavored vodka just like that. It's real simple and easy, and that's part of the reason why you see a ton of flavored vodka on the market. It's not like making a 10-year-old scotch or an 8-year-old bourbon that requires a lot more work. You could pretty much, if you had the money, could get up and running like that with an entire line of vodka fairly easily. Also, there's another reason why, a reason I hypothesize anyway, why we see a lot of these flavored vodkas. And it was something I was talking about earlier about the proof, that flavored vodkas have a lower proof than regular vodkas. Well, one thing that benefits the manufacturer is that the way spirits are taxed here in the U.S. by the TTB is it's based on proof. The base tax is based on 100 proof spirit. So if you sold 100 proof spirit, you pay 100% of that tax. But if it's an 80 proof spirit, which is standard for vodka, you only pay 80% of that tax. And flavored vodkas, because they're 70, even can be as low as 60 proof, they only pay 60, 70% of that tax. So again, we've got bulk neutral grain spirit that we could turn to vodka real easy. We could flavor it real easy, and we get a little bit of a tax break because it's lower proof. So that's part of the reason why I think we just see a ton of those vodkas. It's real easy to do, and it's not too expensive. There is other considerations. Not saying that everybody does that. There's some wonderful vodka distillers that actually do run some stuff through some pot stills after this and that. They do use real oranges, stuff like that. It's not an indictment. But again, if you're buying something called Skittles vodka, I don't think you're holding out on craft distillation. The particular one we're going to try today is Smirnoff Citrus, 35% alcohol by volume, 70 proof. Smirnoff is the best-selling vodka brand in the world. Even though it's an American company and been an American company for a long time, its origins does date back to Moscow and the turn of last century. The family originally spelled their name N-O-V instead of N-O-F-F. They unfortunately had to leave during the October Revolution in 1917, but luckily the vodka made its way to the United States. So let's give her a try. All right. Little hint of sweetness. Citrus is there, not too dominant, subtle, but again would work in a soda. Vodka, that would make a great vodka soda. Not too hot. Again, it's below 80 proof, so it's not too hot on the palate. Overall, not bad. Clean. Smirnoff's not overpriced, so I'm not worried about paying too much for it. Overall, good. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe down below. Also, please like the video because it lets YouTube know we're putting out good content. Any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comment section, or you can always contact me on the Twitter page. Till next time, bottoms up.